Okay.
Starting now.
We go.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Hey everybody.
Hey. Serial killers, parallel killers are back.
Yeah.
So it's summer solstice time.
What?
True.
Oh yeah, right.
Yes.
Summer solstice time, guys. So here on Gran Canaria, tomorrow night we have the Noche de San Juan. Which is the night of San Juan, where we have bonfires on the beach. We have a huge beach party.
Yeah, not just
bands.
the beach. They always scare me because I wake up to the smell of burning rubber and stuff. All my neighbors put everything on fire they don't want, pretty much. I live up in the mountains, so they're pretty like cavemen over there.
Now we have bonfires on the beach. We have chicas everywhere, just waiting to be videoed.
That's normal. That's every day.
And at midnight, they all run into the sea.
Yeah.
In various states of undress.
They do.
You
You need to run backwards, right?
You should run backwards into the sea, but most of them don't seem to care. They just run into the sea.
Yeah, they're way too drunk to remember that.
But some of them do run in backwards into the sea.
Yeah, I know.
And the reason for San Juan is because the Aboriginal people who started this, the pagan thing, believe that after the summer solstice, obviously the sun then goes lower in the sky each day towards winter, and they were afraid that the sun would go out in winter. So the fires on the beach and all this thing is basically to put energy in the sun at the middle of summer, so there's enough energy to keep it burning through the winter.
Yeah,
that's why they do it. And the running to sea is actually from baptism.
Maybe they should stop now because with all the climate crisis, you know.
Yeah, the heating is up to way too much.
But maybe if they didn't, the sun would go out, and that would all.
That's bad. That's bad.
Detlef said. Anyway, there we go. So filming tomorrow night and the electronics tonight. So what do we have?
I just got there, so I don't know.
I have an electronic riddle, but we can use this later in the show.
Okay.
This would be to torture my friends over here.
Okay.
But they're not alone, so you guys can help, of course. And let's see how this works out. This was a perfect opportunity to do something.
Okay.
Cheeky.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, they don't know anything.
No.
I just told Richard about the riddle thing.
So
we have things to show, right?
Yeah, we have things to show. Well, first of all, what did we see on the opening screen?
Nothing.
Nothing.
They couldn't see.
No, this wasn't on.
It was us. A disappointment altogether. But
okay, so riddle.
Yeah, this is a different
riddle.
Yeah, this is a different riddle.
We need to get a camera on it.
Okay, now let's do this then.
Yeah. So the story, I'm at the car boot with Detlef this morning at the car boot flea market sale, and I saw this on one of the stalls. Okay, and it says input 60 to 250 volts, 50 to 60 hertz, output 1.5 to 16 volts, 2 amps. On the back of it, it has a main socket. It has a little control here. And
weird in itself.
Something rattling inside it. The question, and then it has 2 1/4" or 6.3mm jack sockets. One marked like a tuning fork thing, and one like a bleeper or speaker or a siren.
I have no idea what they want to show us.
What is this thing for? What's it for?
It's a weird choice of connectors, anyways.
Yeah. 240 volts.
Well, it's a wide range AC input.
Yeah.
But I think we need to open this up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know really what.
Something guitar-y.
Yeah.
You think?
Why would you have 15 to 18 volts, 1.5 to 16 volts going to your guitar at 2 amps?
I have no idea. Well,
so
guitar things normally.
It's mini amp, I'm guessing.
Have you got guitar fingers?
So you put the input here and then it outputs a stronger signal there.
I don't know. Have you got 2 amp fingers, Dad?
That's my guess.
I think we have to try. We have to open it.
So, does anybody? Any suggestions? Something guitar-y? What else is it?
Yeah.
Top is ohm, bottom is Wi-Fi.
Ohm, what? Yeah,
what?
Is this?
Wi-Fi?
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 Wi-Fi didn't exist when this was made. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it looks like a sideways ohm, right? But Wi-Fi would be on
so that's it.
Wrong way around.
So we turn it this way up.
Upside
Ohms.
Upside down.
No. Would
It
you
looks
guys?
like from Galaxian when your fighter get captured.
Oh yeah, the Galaxian Space Invaders. I don't know what this is for.
I don't think it's Wi-Fi though.
Mike Phantom Power. Well, Dutchess would be 48 volt.
It would be
constant,
48 volts, yeah.
And you don't get far with what's this putting out 16 now.
1.5 to 16 variable water shoot.
No, that's not enough for Phantom.
Well, we'll open it up because something's
The 2 power supply.
loosened.
A 2 power supply, really?
Yeah, because it can take a frequency on the tuning fork, I'm guessing.
Oh!
The output. Yeah, that could be it actually.
No way.
Because those motors don't use a lot of voltage actually. Yeah.
2 power.
Greg found something there.
Greg found something. Let me try to
Okay.
click on this while I'm holding a camera.
Well, I was just clicking on that, by the way. I will just mention that in Spanish, Wi-Fi,
Yep.
Wi-Fi is actually Wi-Fi.
Power supply.
Sorry, I can't see my camera output here, so this is.
How did you
guesswork.
find that?
Brilliant.
Very good.
How did you find that? Some sort of IA going on?
I have no idea.
He probably used the image recognition or something because
I don't know,
otherwise
wow.
he knew what it
Yeah.
was pretty much.
Oh, yeah. And
Okay, so it's at the 2-gun.
it's a 2-gun power supply. Okay. And then the other thing I just mentioned is in Spanish, Wi-Fi is Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
They pronounce it Wi-Fi. But like in English, Wi-Fi
Neil
means like
says, Google
something
Lens says,
smelly.
so long tattoo power supply.
Ah.
Google Lens the image.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Google Lens, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I paid €1 for this, by the way.
It's impressive how good Google Lens is sometimes.
I'm not clicking on this again because I don't see what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
And I don't have enough hands for this. Again. Oh, there's no price.
This article cannot.
Yeah, there's no price. We don't see a price. Swarm Intelligence, what's the current price tag on this?
Yeah,
one?
because Canarias has restricted imports of some goods because of the shipping cost. From we can't buy from Amazon, for example.
You can, but not all stuff. You only get some stuff
Yeah,
from Amazon.
90% is actually blocked.
Yeah, you can't buy a lot of stuff from Amazon.
Are we going to blow up anything today? Let's see.
Let's
find
see.
out.
Yeah. So let's open this up then. Let's see what's inside it.
Let's see what makes us tick.
Screwdriver, please. There is
Okay, I can get the
A
screwdriver.
working one. You mean a working one,
Yes.
all right?
Star, please.
A star.
Or no, not Star.
Phillips head.
Philip.
Yeah, crosshead or Phillips.
Crosshead.
Whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Let's start from the back.
It actually cost €1 in the guitar pick, didn't it?
Yeah, 2. Yeah.
Because
I owe you first.
I owe you €1 actually. That's about
And a guitar
out.
pick.
And the guitar pick. So a guitar pick fell out of his pocket, so the guy said, "Can I keep that?" Or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I have some guitar picks. Although I use them for opening, like spudgers
Yeah.
type thing. Yeah.
You can build LEDs with that. Probably, yes. Yeah. When this runs on motors, this probably has a protection on there. So
Yeah.
It has to be.
and it must be.
Pulsed.
It must be. Oh, this isn't isolated.
Probably not.
It must be isolated.
No,
Be able
no.
to
There's
switch
no
modes.
grounding.
There's no
grounding.
ground.
No, it doesn't require any grounding. It's galvanic isolation because it's a switch.
Yeah,
mode.
let's find out. Let's see
Must be.
how good is this.
Yeah. I don't trust these things.
And then let's see if it works.
Probably. Do you have a figure 8 connector somewhere?
I do.
Speaking English is not their first language. Well, for me it isn't. For Carlos it isn't. For Richard it is.
Richard is British.
Mostly, yeah.
Richard is British.
Well, Stoke-on-Trent is British.
Stoke-on-Trent is in the middle, the middle of England. I'm from Middle England.
Yeah. You can't go any more English, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
No.
Okay.
What is your first language, Carlos?
That's a good question. I'm born in Uruguay, but I'm raised in Sweden, so it's Swedish, pretty much.
That's your first language.
Yeah.
And how long have you been here?
12 years, 13 years, 14?
Oh,
I can't remember.
Oh, yeah. But no matter how long you hear this, English can never become your first language.
No.
It's always the first.
I learned my English by watching TV.
Can I ask that, which language do you speak in your house?
Okay, so it's a very big mix. I speak Swedish with the wife, English with the kid.
Yeah.
She likes it, and I want her to learn proper English. And I speak
Not
Spanish.
like my English.
Yeah. American.
Oh, Americans are proper English now, is it?
For me it is. That's what I grew up with. And Spanish sometimes with the kid as well.
So it's a multilingual house.
Yeah. So we try to expose her to all 3 languages, so she gets ahead here. Because here, with 3 languages, you're pretty much set for life for the hotels and stuff.
Good. Yes, true.
Especially Swedish.
Especially in the winter months.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so...
There's a battery in it. No, it's not a battery. It's some sort of
a big cap.
Oh, this is interesting because the potentiometer is like
a multi-turn point.
It's all wire. Yeah, multi-turn.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
So we have a switch mode. So obviously there is isolation from the mains.
Sorry for the shaky cam.
Yeah, this is the
it's actually fused.
Output diode. This is the controller chip. There's a fuse.
I'm surprised it's fused.
And then this will be some sort of. Can we see what that is? LM some 317. What is it?
Maybe.
What is that thing?
I can't really.
Sorry. Wrong direction.
Why D317?
It's an LM317
Yeah.
variable voltage regulator. LM317 or equivalent of.
Yeah.
And then a nice big multi-turn pot. What's that? That's more. What's it on the multi-turn pot?
That's a
Oh, it's a 2 watt.
2 watt multi-turn pot.
2 watt multi-turn pot.
4.7k to.
Well, it's 4.7k to 0. I mean,
Yeah, probably. Yeah, sometimes they skip the lower range.
So what?
But yeah.
Are they using this to control the output voltage?
Probably.
Yeah.
Must be something. How's the isolation done? Can you turn over the PCB?
Sure. By the
No, turn over the.
Yeah. Here. So this.
Oh yeah, there's a slots.
This side is the high voltage side, where the mains comes in, and then this is the gap between the low voltage and high voltage side. So the transformer goes across here.
Air gap. So.
And there's an air gap. And up to isolator is here.
And
with this
Paul asked how was the isolation to the case?
It's not isolated from the case.
The case is metal. Well, the isolation from the case is the fact that this PCB fits into a slot here.
Yeah, so it can't touch.
So it can't touch the case.
As long as it doesn't rattle off very hard.
And there's a gap either side where that ridge goes. That's
can you stay there for a second?
So this is your safety net for for dying, pretty much.
Well, hold on.
I mean, all these wires are touching the case.
Only this side is the high voltage side. That's all low voltage.
But why, for crying out loud, didn't they extend the little thing down here?
This is brake.
Yeah.
No, because they made the track wider after that point, so they don't need the air gap.
And Paul says as long as it has no dents. I think the case had some dents.
Yeah, a big one. So it's just a matter of time before one of these solder joints crack and one of these wires touch the case and you die pretty much.
Nice, so say.
Well, I think probably the guy probably.
I would rather have.
Some sort of safety device fell out of it. That must be what was rattling.
Yep, probably.
Yeah.
This could be from the screen.
It was on top of this IC.
Was it?
Yes, from the screen.
That comes from there.
Yeah.
Okay, so shall we try it?
Yes. I'm going to die today, I guess.
You're sitting in the right chair. I'm the one that can never get out.
Yeah, no, this is not going to catch on fire. It's going to give us a nasty shock.
It is going to give you a nasty shock. All you need to do is look at there's the front.
Yeah.
So this plugs into here.
Yeah.
Who needs a light bulb current? Let me say.
The stream probably.
So this goes
as usual. If it's suddenly gone,
we'll be back in a few minutes.
Yeah, we'll try to get back to you.
Okay, so can we see the front display on the camera?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Are we ready?
Yep. It turns on.
5.3. It's blue.
It's nice. Oh yeah. Oh, the control is really granular. It's really granular.
Oh yeah, very.
Yeah. I can actually spin it quite a lot with it before it. But the pot is actually.
Chris, exactly. Some thin cardboard below the PCB. Yeah, this is fine.
Yeah.
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 Or mylar or something.
Yeah, plastic or something.
Yeah.
The thing you have in battery packs.
Yeah, that works as well. There's a lot of solutions better than the one they used.
A segment is red, really?
But it works.
Oh no! You can't see it because Carlos has his.
Sorry.
His hands.
No, there isn't a second digit. That's it.
No, that's it. It's only 3 digits. Or yeah.
No. One. I think he was guessing that one of the top segment, because in this arrangement you can't see the top segment.
Yeah.
So if we replace these jacks with like a couple of banana sockets,
Yeah, that's the
plus and minus, then you got quite an accurate little power supply for 2 amps.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really granular, so you can be really precise with it.
Precisely, sir.
So this controls the speed of the needle going in and out.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh, that'd electrocute somebody really well, wouldn't it? That needle going in and out.
Very good connection there.
Maybe your customer isn't grounded. If you don't put a ground link on the customer, he'll be okay.
I think if you ground him, you will kill him.
How accurate? This is a good question, Paul. Here.
Do you have a multimeter?
I can hand you over a multimeter here.
This is.
Do you want me to switch it off while you connect some leads to it? Yes.
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. So you want some crocodile clip leads?
Yeah. I haven't slept well for a month or so, so I'm a little dizzy all the time.
Oh, a shock will help you.
Yeah. But it won't help my back, I think, if I get a shock right now and I have to cramp up. My back will probably be destroyed. Thanks, Rich.
Okay. While he's just doing that, and somebody mentioned Mylar, Detlef and myself were thinking of making a video on my channel, testing various heatsink compounds, mica washers, and those little rubbery pink and grey washers on transistors to see which gives the best heat conduction.
Output now, this one.
Would you guys be interested in seeing that? So that's the negative, and then the positive is the red one.
Yeah, the green is positive.
But where do you get to the red? You can't get on there.
No, I can't.
The positive, you have to get over here.
Yeah. Let's see, where does it go?
Yeah. Yes. Anyway, would you guys be interested in seeing a comparison between various heatsink compounds that we can buy and the various types of mica and other washers? Just be careful here, Carlos, because when you clip that green lead,
there is a ground. Yeah.
There's a ground next to you. You're going to short it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it placed the other way around.
Well, I tell you what, why not just cut the wire off here or something? Because if I'm going to do anything with this, I'll fit a couple of 4mm banana sockets.
Oh, this works.
Does that work?
Yeah, it's connected to the same.
Sorry.
No, it's not. That's a big pitfall right there. Yeah, no, there's no other way. If I put
where's this red wire here go to? Is that the same thing?
Why don't you simply poke the thing? Why do you need the things for? Because
you can't get a connection onto that.
Okay, yeah, no, I'll just poke this. It's easy.
Okay, you're going to poke it. Okay.
Okay, go for it.
So we switch it back on?
Yes.
Is it working?
No, the voltmeter isn't on.
Yeah, the voltmeter won't be working now.
Why?
Because it was off.
It's on now.
So no chance to get this in check.
Okay, wait, give me a sec.
5.4.
Space 1999 voltmeter.
I'm trying to get a good... Ah, there we go.
Oh!
Sorry.
Oh, Carlos!
I have no idea why he's measuring on the
kill
PCB.
Himself.
Yeah, I have no idea why he's measuring on the PCB.
I don't know why he meant to do it on
here, man.
I can't reach that one. It's behind the freaking... Okay.
Ground will be this chassis, by the way, because ground is banana plugs here, so you can get...
I don't know if it is ground, there's black wires here.
100%.
Yeah, but the ground is connected.
Yeah.
It's the positive one that's not really accessible. Okay, give me a second.
And if you do get it, how are you going to adjust it?
Good question.
There's a mini pot on the...
why isn't...
I have a better idea. Switch it off again.
Yeah.
Right, simply unplug the thing over there.
It's switched off now.
Yeah.
Switched off. Right, just chop them red wires.
Yeah.
This goes to the connector. You want to...
Did they actually solder the wires?
You'll need some tools.
You can get an entire tacky kit for €60, including this PSU. Okay.
For 60?
Yeah, for 60.
So this one is cheap, pretty much.
For €1. Because as I say, if I'm going to keep this thing, I'm going to modify it and put the banana sockets on there. So just cut the red ones, and then measure the voltage.
Oh.
There. You can always stick them back on.
Yeah. Don't ask, Paul. Don't ask. I'm just a camera guy here.
Do I need to connect both?
Why not?
No. Yes, I do actually. Because this goes to the display on the other side.
Okay, so give yourself a bit more.
Oh, god damn it. I hate this. Okay, not there. And I need a bit more.
A bit more of that one.
God damn it.
Now you've got
there.
some. And then twist them together.
Yeah, and then connect.
And then connect the crocodile clip on. And,
yeah.
And then you can adjust it and read the meter at the same time.
Chris asked, would it be tungsten or LED?
Tungsten. What? This is not a fluorescent tube.
I don't understand.
This is a LED array. 100% sure.
Julio says $24 American bucks on US Amazon. Okay. Whoa.
Okay, I'll do this.
For something, what's that?
The white's now on the positive.
Yeah, and then
the green can go on the negative.
Yeah, where it was.
What have you done to the display?
Yeah. That was the idea.
As the thing fell out, the display.
Yeah.
To follow up on how to.
It's not going to shorten anything.
No.
Ah, okay, I see.
Okay.
Okay, no, it's not going to short.
Right, so we will switch it on now, yeah?
Yes. Okay, so the voltage is not. It's way too high of frequency for.
No, I don't think you have a good ground.
It's like DC on the thing.
It's DC. You just haven't got a good connection somewhere.
Can still have pulse DC.
No.
Well, it's not registering at all. And the ground is quite firm.
Connect the ground to the black lead.
Yes, I'm going to. God damn it. These crocodile clips are a pain in the ass.
Right, now what have you got?
Same, nothing.
Oh! Okay. What voltage?
Okay, we maybe want to switch to a different topic.
I can hear the oscillations from the coil winding there, but it can be a pulse DC.
Well, you got a oscilloscope in here.
Yeah, I'm just checking how to turn that on.
Wait, I think you need to hold down auto. No, this would be too easy. Hold down auto.
Yeah, would be too easy. There we go.
The oscilloscope.
There is a waveform there, but not. No, it's not getting the.
Yeah, it's on 200 volts. This thing always defaults to 200 volts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Volts.
Volt is F2. And then you need to go up and down. Or use the auto button. That would be an idea.
Yeah. Let's go auto button. Oh, there we go.
Oh!
So it has a peak to peak, 50 hertz. So it uses the wall frequency.
22 volts.
No, I think you've got.
No, it has to.
This doesn't look right.
No, it does not.
I think one of those crocodile cut leads is no good.
Yeah. This is the mains ripple, pretty much. But 22 volts peak to peak is a lot.
Oh, guys. No. This is turning to one of these episodes.
Yeah, one of the crocodile clips might be broken.
Yeah, try another one. I have some more crocodile cut leads. My God, we're making a pig's ear of this one, aren't we?
Yeah, we have 220 hot there, remember, please.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, by the way, no, one is...
You have all these viewers out there who knows we can't even measure the output of a power supply.
Yeah.
We're doing it correctly. It's just that the actual...
Okay, red for ground.
Doesn't really matter. Yeah. What's that say?
25 volts peak to peak.
Right, try changing the other wire.
Yeah. No, that's the wrong one. No, it's 22 to 25 peak to peak.
What?
That's what it is.
Okay, wait.
Using the 50 hertz.
This is 5.4 volts.
Yeah, and it
Okay, let's eliminate possible errors here.
Yeah.
I can't believe this. So,
So the frequency is.
Are you sure this is a good ground here? And you're not supposed. You should. I'm not sure. About
there's
it.
50 volts peak to peak now. So.
Right now.
24. Yeah. No, it's what it is.
Yep. Welcome. We're on DC. We're on volt.
And look, it changes when you turn the pot. So, but the voltage is not correct by any means.
Well, yeah, but that's.
Just measure the voltage.
But can I say this voltmeter is connected across there?
Exactly my thoughts. Okay, we try in a different voltmeter here.
Yeah. So let's do this for you guys. Okay, give me a sec. So I'll go here and here. No, 0.
It can't be 0.
No, I agree. It shouldn't.
Maybe the thing is simply broken.
Yeah.
But the voltmeter on the front of it works.
Well, maybe the thing is simply broken. 1.5. You got something.
Yeah, that's still.
That should be 6, right?
Yes. Oh, there are 2 black wires. Okay, after this one. Yeah.
No.
Nope.
What?
Huh. Okay,
Judge says, I think one of the jacks is a pulse or clock and the other jack is a voltage. Maybe you want to measure on the other.
Oh! The other red wire.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
So you are probably right. The bottom red wire is easier to get to anyway.
So, but you need this onto the other red wire.
Yeah.
Do you want me to switch it off again?
Thanks, Dodge.
Doesn't really need to. Wait, where does the other red one? No, there on the top. Okay, no, it wasn't that easy, of course. Okay, give me a sec.
I'm a sissy. I don't have any tattoos, so I have no idea how this
Me, I don't have any tattoos either.
Yeah. So this red wire goes over here, pretty much. So we can do that over here.
Okay.
Yeah, there's holder down there, right? Yeah, it is. It's there, and then the black one. It's this one. Goes to this ground here. Nope, still same.
No.
It's a 20 volt peak to peak signal.
Oh, so I don't know.
No,
it can't be.
Let's do something interesting. Come on, guys.
Yeah, we've had enough.
Yeah.
We're defeated by it.
Yeah.
We're defeated by the thing. Defeated.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
no.
somebody put me out of shot here while he was connecting a power lead.
Yeah.
Okay, we've been defeated by that strange device.
So, what was going on there? And why did it show 20 volts peak to peak? Because the normal thing is it shows a few millivolts. When you find mains.
And now I feel tempted to reverse engineer all the thing.
Yeah. Me too.
But it says, you know,
it
said something with DC.
How do you switch it off?
Yeah.
Okay, it's at a point where Carlos doesn't
turn
know
the
to
dial
switch
switch
off.
I was expecting something more fancy.
No.
Because of all the buttons.
The dial has an off position on it.
I was expecting something more fancy because it has an oscilloscope inside. My oscilloscope is convoluted as hell when it comes to the buttons.
Yeah. Talking about convoluted, yeah.
It works.
Rich, this is for the rest of the thing.
If you look now, this is your voltmeter module.
Yeah.
Right. This is the voltmeter module, this thing here.
Yeah, a normal one, yeah.
So those two
we had to measure from red to red.
These DC voltmeters.
This is DC voltmeter, so you have one black wire. You have one black wire, which goes to the black terminal over here.
What's the other red wire for?
And then you have
one
red wire will be power to the module, and the other one will be the voltage in.
Foot pedal, Carther.
Yep.
You're probably onto something.
Oh, foot pedal.
And the variable you give it with the foot pedal, and then you set the minimum.
You set the maximum voltage on this.
LPM.
Yeah, you must set the maximum voltage on this, and then use a foot pedal.
Yeah, to sweep in between them. Okay, that sounds a lot better. Yeah.
Well done, Carter.
We're getting there. Well done, my friends. Yeah, this is swarm intelligence. And it's
no tattoos, so no idea.
Well, sissies.
I'll find a little bag, put those in for one moment.
Yeah. I'm just saving the screws for it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh, we made a meal out of that one, didn't we?
Damn you.
Do we need beers already?
No, well...
here, you're missing the cover for the front.
I'm doing Fanta Limon today. This is a thing that in Germany we don't have this. And once you start with it, it's a small.
It's really
They don't
good.
have that in Germany, Fanta Lemon.
Really?
No,
Really?
Fanta Lemon. No.
Oh, we have.
Oh, okay. That's
But
common.
Carlos wins the worst drink on the desk today. Red Bull
It's-
Red Edition.
Yeah,
So the
it's,
redder one. The redder Bull.
It's watermelon flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good as long as you don't break your teeth before.
I thought so.
And
We
I
still have Coke. You're the Mario. Today.
Mario.
Mario.
Mario. I have Mario.
I can find my own name quite often on these. Carlos is really common here.
You were reviewing this thing.
Oh, I was
right?
reviewing this. Yeah, did you guys see the review of this thing?
No. Stupid YouTube. Just probably put notifications off again.
Well, go to Red's channel every day and you see another video.
Yeah. So, Detlef liked it. This is Detlef's now, brother. I'll give it to Detlef. Free.
Yep.
It's a component tester.
Yeah, it was.
And
And
oh, this is the wrong camera.
oscilloscope.
Yeah, component tester and the oscilloscope.
That's not bad.
And it's about 45 euros or 50 euros or something.
There are some tests you can do with oscilloscope on components that you can't with a normal
Yeah.
component tester. So yeah,
Seems okay for the price, yeah.
it looks nice.
Well, I'm used to something like,
Yeah, I use those as well.
you probably know these guys. These are
Yeah. LCR
Yeah.
40.
80 mega 328, and this was an open source project until the Chinese discovered this and mass produced these devices.
Yeah. So, but it's good enough.
Yeah, exactly. For me, this was always good enough because I normally only need my. Does this work? And to be
Yeah.
frank, I normally use these things to figure out where's the gate, where's the drain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
this
that's
is what-
exact use
Yeah,
for me as well.
this is what I normally use them for. Yeah.
Oh, so Neil Swag bought one. Arrives tomorrow, 34. By the way, are any of you? I know you guys are using the coupons. How are you getting on with the coupons I gave you all?
93 in
When-
Canada and 34 in Europe. Holy shit, those tariffs are hurting a lot over
No, Canada doesn't have any tariffs.
there. That depends on the
Okay.
import price.
Canadian dollars? Well, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's about 70 normal dollars.
Yeah.
Stokey Neil.
Yeah, so yeah, he's from Stoke. Yeah,
Yeah, this is your old neighbour.
he's from towards the other end of the city from where I'm from.
Uh,
I'm from Normacott, by the way. Well, I was born in Blurton, grew up in Gomsmill, and then lived in Normacott. And then in 2016, I had it and moved to Gran Canaria. And I'm here.
Yeah, so now we have the full range here.
No, the
right?
full range, yeah.
This would be low end, this would be high end, this is mid
This is €3 ish.
Let's say 10.
Let's say 10.
Let's say 10.
I got mine for 150.
Okay, well, yeah, fine. Yeah, somebody actually commented on the video when I reviewed this. I said this is about 45, or somebody says 35. Right? And somebody said, oh, well, the cheap one on AliExpress is like less than €10.
Yeah.
And I said, well, the one I've got on AliExpress for €100. Does that mean I've been ripped off?
No. This is more reliable.
Yeah, it's like I'm thinking about I'm not quite sure what the point of the comment was.
So this is probably better than this now.
You think?
Because of the built-in functions. And
This has an oscilloscope.
If it has an oscilloscope and they use the functions of the oscilloscope for measuring the components, this is a lot better. Because this can measure ramp up, ramp down, and stuff like
Yeah, and the function generator.
Yeah. I liked it.
So I haven't seen your video, but I know what it should be able to do with the oscilloscope.
Yeah.
So this would be more versatile. This is essentially this, but with a little better tolerance, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's good. Don't get me wrong. I would rather have this than this.
Exactly, and then you have all these nifty modes here. I try to get it.
So oscilloscope mode.
And if I can get a focus here, and
Oof, the glare.
and now we don't have any output here.
Yeah.
I need to move over here. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Okay, got it.
So this is oscilloscope. This is a signal generator.
Perfect.
Up to like 50 kilohertz or something.
But that's good enough.
And this is the component analyzer. I also liked with this, I put like a resistor in, less than 1 ohm, and it read it accurately.
Can it use the component inputs for the oscilloscope?
I don't believe so.
Why?
Why?
No, some components you need to measure if they're working correctly.
No, this has these funny little.
Oh, the mini.
Yeah, there's one
BNCs.
downside. Yeah. There's so mini BNC
But what it
things.
did come with,
Oh,
and it's the first time I've ever seen one, is the adapter.
Yeah, which puts a lot of mechanical stress on the little thing.
So this is the.
that's a big connector for that little thing.
Yeah. This isn't built for eternity.
I know, but it fits it with a good click.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I don't like about this is because this is obviously isolated from the main, so you can use this to measure non-isolated equipment like switch mode power supply. But it's very easy to touch that.
Which you maybe don't want to do with a metal
Well,
insert like that.
I did it in the video,
but-
and I mentioned that just be careful what you're doing with it.
Yeah. What I really liked, it remembers.
Oh,
I remember the mode it was in.
Yeah. No, it remembers the settings you have in there. Look at this. It says X1 DC.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
remembers
and,
the settings.
Yeah, last time I was playing around with it, I needed exactly that. So yes, I was very happy with that outcome, because this was my biggest gripe with the one when we saw before with the orange one.
Yeah,
because there's always defaults 200 watts, something I never use.
And this you can set it to whatever you want.
Yeah.
There's a discussion that it craps out at 100 kilohertz.
What this? No, I stuck my signal generator on it, my RF signal generator, and had it run up to about 12 megahertz before it crapped out.
Let's read up what the people say. We got a CWAC and a CWAC and a Chinese. I don't understand your Dutch. I think Kerry found this right. Okay, this is something about, I don't know. It says 10 megahertz, but I think it craps out at 100 kilohertz.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Richard has proved it doesn't.
Wouldn't shrink wrap the adapter to the cable.
Yep, that was going to be my next suggestion.
Let's do it.
Well, they actually
Here's
do
my battery powered signal generator.
They actually do this with one of the.
With one of the connectors.
We need the scope probe.
There's the scope probe.
Let's do it.
And this is USB.
Yeah, no.
And they actually do this with this cable over here. So
They shrink wrap until then, yeah.
So this is technically possible. It's probably easier to include a prefabricated probe like Richard has over there. Sorry, focus.
So this one.
Yeah. And because this is a standard probe.
So okay, so we'll stick a standard probe on it.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. So
yeah, I can see where it's going to break.
yeah, I would suggest you put the probe onto the adapter first.
Yeah.
Like so, and then plug the adapter into the thing.
Yeah.
Like so.
The plugs are going to break eventually because of the big plug on the end. Yeah.
And then we have this set to 10 times, so you need to set the
One. It's on 1x.
You want to set it to 10.
Yeah.
I think you'll find.
And that's the problem, because I already can't remember how I do this.
You press and hold on the mode button.
Okay. Yeah.
That's... You press and hold mode, then you just go down to where it says 1 or 10. Press OK.
Oh.
And it's now gone to 10. And then you
hold the mode again.
Hold the mode again. And it's changed to
See,
10.
I already can't remember this because
Okay.
I love my scope when I have buttons for everything, and this isn't very intuitive.
Okay.
So this is my biggest gripe with this.
So we put the signal generator on, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Can we get everything to shot? So this is my battery powered. This is the one which we built.
I remember this one.
The fancy one.
Okay, so this is now
frequency jump.
this is now running at 7.2 megahertz. Okay, press the auto button on the scope. Right, what do you see? What do you see?
Nothing yet.
What do you see now? You see a sine wave,
Yes.
and it says here 7.2 megahertz.
Yeah, and it's really accurate. 726.
So let's go up again. We go up to the next band. These are
10.
amateur band. This is on 10, yeah? What's that telling you?
It's saying 10.
Now, if you hit the auto button,
Oh, by the way, the auto button stays in there. Oh yeah.
So at 10 megahertz, it's having a hard time.
It's not happy.
do you know why? Okay, that's interesting. Oh,
There we go. Okay.
No.
Yeah,
No.
it is on 10 megahertz.
so 7.2 is working fine. But yeah, it doesn't seem to quite like it. What's it say?
It says 10 megahertz.
It says 10 megahertz.
But
But it's not all.
It's not very good at the auto tuning.
But it doesn't crap out of the 100 kilohertz.
No.
Okay,
far beyond.
I'm going to go up again, yeah? I'm on 11.78.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay, there it's a bit struggling.
And now it struggled a bit, yeah. But it seemed to work around about at 10.
There.
It just had it.
It had 12 megahertz there. Or 11.7.
11.7.
Yeah, 11.7. And then it lost it. Okay. No, it's on 12 megahertz now. Yeah. So it's not the most accurate thing in the world, obviously.
11.7.
Yeah.
And that's above its rated spec.
This was a very smart idea. Use of a PCB. the actual.
Oh yeah, we
the
made
actual front panel is a PCB.
Is a PCB. Yeah, so like the displays and the rotary encoder are actually connected onto there.
Yeah. So it was an ingenious way of doing it.
Yeah. So guys, for what it is, I mean, bear in mind it's 40 something euros. It's not.
No, it's cheaper than this. The peak, a lot cheaper. It's half the price.
What do you say the peak cost? Over 100 euros?
Over 100.
Over 100.
It costs like in 80 something right now on the sale they have.
Yeah.
So, but it's still super expensive.
Anyway, I gave that to Detlef free.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, mate.
And Detlef doesn't mess around with mains powered equipment, so
I'm safe.
He's not going to kill himself by
probably
accident. By accident, yeah. No.
Yeah.
I'm the one at risk there.
This is why you don't get stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm working on the Vectrex right now. I think I found a fault finally. I've been working on and off on that thing forever. And I found a transistor that's broken. So I want to know how to find a suitable replacement actually. Because
did you have ask ChatGPT?
I did, and I got a good answer. It didn't know exact, but it said bring up the datasheet for the other one and compare specs.
Okay, so if I'm looking for equivalent transistors, I normally go to alltransistor.com.
Oh, I haven't used that site.
So can we get us on the screen, Detlef?
That's a good tip. I have never used that site.
Okay, so how do I get? I need another tab on here. This isn't
Control T.
Control T. Okay, so all transistor.
I'll get you over there, guys.
.com, I think it is. Alltransistor.com.
Let's see him bring up a porn site.
No.
No, this is the main alternative. This is maybe for sale. Okay.
You sure this is the right side?
That didn't work.
This is the wrong side, isn't it?
We were almost there.
Okay. Let me just search for all transistor.
maybe turn off the live feed first.
All transistor.
Yeah. All transistor.
This one here, yeah.
Oh no, not.
Oh, it had an S at the end.
Yeah.
All transistor.
No, that's the page.
Yeah, that's the page.
That's where I was.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
This is the one I use.
It's the same. Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. So now, what's the transistor you want to find?
NP3904.
2N.
2N. Yeah. Sorry.
2N3904.
Yeah.
Okay. Enter that.
It's shorting between the.
There's yours a TO92, the little plastic thing with the one flat.
Yeah, it's
that
the
one.
Small.
Okay, so we click on it,
and
and here we go. Okay, so silicon transistor NPN. It gives us the various ratings.
Yeah.
Shows you the data sheet, and then there's an option here which will tell you to it will find the equivalents for you. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
So we get down somewhere, and there's an option. There's a button somewhere. It used to be.
That would be very handy, but I don't see it.
There should be a button here which says equivalents.
Byte transistor.
Cross reference. Oh. What's wrong? Why does
every time
not work when you're on like
when you want to show it? Yeah,
I told you it's
no,
one
Rich.
of these,
Believe me, I believe you. There's probably one in every single one except this one.
3904, isn't this a standard?
Click the show more button.
Show more button.
Swarm intelligence.
Yeah,
3904.
3904.
Isn't this a standard thing?
Yes, it is. It's AMPN 60 volt transistor. It's nothing fancy. I didn't have one at home. That's why I wanted the alternative.
Okay.
And Richard doesn't have one at hand. Otherwise, I would go with the same part, obviously.
Let's try transistor equivalents. All transistors. Digit cross-reference search.
Yeah.
That's where I was.
Oh, you can put in the values.
Search labs, IIOVU, ZT, and is a general purpose, blah blah blah. Several on altruist can be used to function. 2N222. Yeah, this is what I was guessing. Yeah.
Oh, I've got 2N222 here.
Yeah. Everybody.
3904. And then there should be a button somewhere.
That does the.
They've added this later by transistors. I've not seen that on here before. It's gone very commercial. Yeah. I don't know. There was always a thing that actually give you like a equivalence, a whole list of them.
Yeah, I saw the reference to it on the Google search, so it should be there somewhere.
Yeah.
In the show more, did you not have it at the bottom there? If you click the show more, it shows show more.
There.
Yeah, and you get more page, and then.
And then we scroll to the bottom.
No, even show more again.
Oh. This is grayed out though.
Click the show more again. See if there's more. Yeah, there's even more. Yeah.
It's so generic.
Oh my God, this webpage sucks.
Yeah.
It's probably at the bottom of all the show mores.
Okay.
Really, I never.
No, there's no more. Okay. Okay. Okay, so you usually come to this site and there is a button.
The button which says list equivalent, it shows you nice grid with equivalents on, yeah.
Okay, no, that's good to know because I didn't know this page existed, and probably some of the guys on
all transistor, but it seems to have broken.
they gone commercial.
They've gone commercial, yeah.
Oh, Neil suggests does it only gives you alternatives if by transistors isn't available. If it's gone commercial, could be a thing.
So if you click on this.
Maybe
Richard broke the button.
It takes me to AliExpress.
And that's not the correct part.
And that's not even the correct part.
There it is.
Where?
This is the correct part.
There you go.
No, it's not.
That's a 2N2222.
But it probably, like he said, it's probably a good.
2N222 will work. This is a.
Yeah, it's for the Vectrex. It's the.
We're going to try one more way here.
So it's not very critical.
2N3904 equivalents, yeah?
Yeah,
let's try.
That's what I did, and I also
equivalent. Okay,
look,
fine.
There's your AI.
There's your AI.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, that was a better answer than I got.
I have all of these ends. I have BC547 and 548. Would you like to take some of those?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, no problem.
I just need to remove all the faults I can one by one until I find the real culprit. I'm actually guessing this was the main culprit because it's shorted between the source and drain.
It doesn't have a source and drain. It's a bipolar.
That would be really weird. If
not source and drain. The what's it called? The input and the output.
Okay.
Pretty much. So, the base is fine. It's not shorted.
That's probably good for whatever's driving it.
Yeah.
So, Detlef, you have a puzzle.
I have a puzzle.
Let's see the puzzle. Detlef has a puzzle.
I'll be your dungeon master today.
Okay.
So,
this revolt.
Are we playing D&D now?
So something like this. Got this for you. Wait, I'll show you people.
It's a nano. I'll show
the
you
people.
Nano.
It's a nano with a USB-C connector.
Okay, there's your first point.
Arduino Nano with a USB-C.
Now you need to figure out what this thing does.
What do you mean what it does?
How do I do that? Do I lick it?
I give you a hint.
It does nothing until you program it.
Yeah, pretty much.
I give you a hint.
Pause. Pause.
Yeah.
Well, what would you do normally at first?
Parallel programming.
Okay, come on, we can wait for the guys over here.
What's it shows?
It's two.
Have you ever seen that?
Two parallel lines.
Yeah.
That's a pause sign, or
Could be an or.
Have you ever seen that, like some little girl on the video? She goes 7, 8, 9, 10, pause.
Yeah, and or
Rather than
equal 11.
or
11.
So there's your hint.
What does it do?
What do you want to do with it? You need to figure out what the thing does. May the force be with you.
Hang on, has it been programmed?
Yes, of course.
Okay,
Oh.
so just plug it into the power first.
Yes, a power lead.
Thank you.
Over there's a power bank.
Yeah.
a power bank.
That one right in front of you.
Yeah. So it's been programmed.
It has something to do with 11 or equals
or pause.
Yeah, or pause. It doesn't blink.
Maybe you want to switch on the power bank.
Oh yeah, maybe. Oh, it does blink.
Oh.
You did some initialization.
Oh.
No, wait.
But this isn't the blink, right?
No, it's not a blink.
No.
What?
It's not.
It goes faster. Can we get like? It starts.
It ramps up.
Slow and ramps up.
You sure?
Yeah.
Keep watching. I get in for the people on the phones.
Yeah. So there's one light on all the time. That's the power.
It's sending Morse code for 11.
11. Yeah. Rich.
Yeah, so else Carter says Morse as well. That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's my best guess as well because I don't have any other.
It's going dit.
1, 2, and then long. No, a lot of small
I
pulses.
see.
No, it's different every time.
It's spelling something out in Morse. No, it's not Morse.
No.
There's too many. No, it's not. No, hang on. There's too many pulses. It's not Morse. Put the thing back on it again.
Oh, I think the power bank falls asleep.
Okay, so it's probably sending in Morse the ASCII code for something.
Ooh, fancy. When I do the next riddle, I steal this from you.
Yeah, the ASCII code for a digit in Morse.
1, 2, 3, and then long.
It's too fast.
Yeah, I can.
But with the Morse thing, with the Morse thing, what would be this?
Equal.
Could be an OR, right? It could be a digital OR.
Yeah.
Or
It
could be an or.
It isn't.
Okay. 11. I don't know. I don't have a clue that because.
Can we put an oscilloscope on and see what?
Yes, of course you can.
Oh.
Which one do you want to have? This one?
And you have one that works.
This one?
Yeah, let's use the Finersi one.
Let's use a Finersi. Come on, we do a Finersi episode here.
Let's put the oscilloscope on. So, Jack will tell us, I guess, which pin is the actual.
Usually it's mapped out on the side already. That's the L pin.
I think what I thought Morse. I think you're sending out some code. It's probably not. It's not saying set, says it's in Morse.
So this should
Nope,
be one of
I'm
these.
sorry, there's no serial output.
That gives us a DSO. And then the scope probe.
Ground. Where is the ground pin on this pin?
Power is on.
I think there are clip leads in there you can steal for using for making the connection.
Mode.
Clip lead.
Clip leads. You mean these things?
Then the one with the clips. No. Open up the box.
Ah, there.
Oh, those.
Yeah, these will.
How do you make connection with that?
Hook. It's for grabbing the legs.
Damn it!
easier.
We don't have the things on the. There must be.
Yeah, no.
I'm lost.
We can hook one and the other, but it would be probably the same. So the ground is the hardest part. So I'll just steal this one for the ground and then. Sorry, out of frame. There.
Yeah.
So I'll use the small hooks so I don't.
Yeah, yes, I'm with you now.
Ground.
The second one on your side.
That one. No, that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's always on in the same place, but I've been using ESP, so they don't follow these rules.
This could be done with an ESP.
ESP is extrasensory perception, you know.
So L should be.
Well.
It's not pinned out.
Hang on a second. Is there something to do with Stranger Things?
No.
L or 11?
Nope.
It's nothing to do with Stranger Things.
Nope. Sorry, I need you to watch this first.
Okay.
But
this one, I'm guessing.
Yeah. What? Where's the LED? Right?
Yeah, I'm guessing.
You sure with that? No.
No, I'm not.
Let me help you out there.
Yeah.
The board LED would be D13.
D13. Okay, so D13 is 12 here, 13 over here.
Am I right with that, guys? I think I'm right with that, right?
Yeah.
Come on, the Arduino people, help me.
Yeah, I don't do Arduinos as often.
You do an ESP, it's the same.
Yeah, but pinouts are completely different.
No, you can't do anything with awaiting the thingamajig, because this won't help you. Set it to, don't know. I would set the voltage to, don't know.
It's on 1x. Wait. Don't know. What do you mean?
Set the, oh yeah, see, there's my problem.
Rising edge.
Yeah, how do I set the voltage? I remember I set this up somehow, but I can't remember how I did this.
Voltage. Okay, well, let's see if we can find the voltage.
You can alter the. Do you want to show you how you do it? You use the arrows to alter the voltage.
Yeah. So without pushing the.
Without using the auto.
Okay, this is mega.
Yeah, now it's stuck at the awaiting autocorrection. Yeah, this is what I thought. What I got to.
Okay.
So and I think I ended up with a.
Let's just turn it off. Turn it on again.
And I think this didn't work because there are soft buttons.
He's broke it.
God damn it. Okay, so it's off now.
Probably power bank now fell asleep.
Yeah. Okay, so off. Turn it off, you bastard. Okay, so you can turn it off if he doesn't want to.
I never got you to do this. Auto correction, what's he doing?
It's trying to get the signal, but it's not getting anything.
Okay.
And it doesn't stop, it doesn't have a timeout, I'm guessing.
Perceivage, very good. Yeah, you got the data sheet. Very good, my friend.
Odin Nano compact T Amiga microcontroller with. Is that, yeah, okay.
Okay, now we're stuck with a measuring device
Yeah.
that isn't working.
Right.
So we maybe want to switch to measuring device.
Yeah, he's broke that one. It's like, they've managed to lock it up.
I didn't do anything out of the
I had the same problem. I had the same problem there.
Oh, I never managed to do that.
I didn't do anything.
I should be product tester with these things.
I'll press buttons. Yeah, you should be. Ignore what I said about this.
Multicore, we're trying to switch it off and on again because
Look,
there's no way to switch it off.
There's no way to switch it off. I'm holding the power button in.
And the battery is built in.
Yeah.
I can't switch it off.
It doesn't want to.
Nope.
It got stuck in a loop.
It's not deadlift proof, is it?
Nope.
Or Carlos.
Or Carlos. No, it was Carlos who broke it.
Yep, pretty much. Oh yeah, this doesn't use probes. Okay.
This uses meter probes.
No, you can't use the meter probes with that. You need to
unhook.
Yeah, I need to do this old school.
Yeah. I see.
I'll still try and unlock this thing up.
I prefer the meter probes because they're very stable connections normally.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I've switched it off.
Yeah. So
probably there's a timeout.
Yeah, it crashed out pretty much.
Or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's see.
So this is going to.
No.
Hold
in the auto, yeah.
Oh wait, and now we have to set this for voltage,
which you can do quite easily on that one.
It's easier than the other one.
I could remember how this was done.
Yeah.
2 volts sounds right.
2 volts per division. Okay.
Yeah, and
time base.
AC/DC. What are we on?
No, we can see what you're doing, by the way.
No, DC. Okay. You maybe want to try this.
We're just going to draw a picture.
Yeah. Oh, oscilloscope style. Let's see if I can get to the ground without shorting anything here. There we go.
Yeah, that's a good ground.
And it was pin 13.
Okay.
Okay.
Focus.
Do I need a trigger?
No. We probably need to set the time difference.
Yeah.
Time. I just could remember this. Oh, it was on trigger. I need time.
Then back and forth there. Yeah. 3 people to.
Oh yeah. Okay. You should be able to see something like that.
Okay. Now what to do?
Is that a heart rate?
Can't see anything.
I see a small dot.
Oh, your power bank fell asleep.
That way. I see a small dot rolling across the screen. Are you sure it's...
Oh!
Ah, there we go. So it's binary.
You sure?
Oh, it's music.
With this frequency?
Yeah, maybe, no.
So that's what it's doing, guys, but what's it doing?
It's not a heart rate, that's for sure.
No, it's repeating the same thing over, isn't it?
I'm pointing this, it's a clue. Maybe these guys will figure out what the clue means. Because you ignored the clue till here.
Yeah, no, I don't have a clue. The clue is ignored. No, I don't have idea.
It's doing the same thing every time?
Yeah, no, it's different.
It's different?
It's slightly.
It
but
stopped again?
Yeah, it's the power bank. It's super power bank.
Well, the lights are still lit up on it.
Oh, yeah, it did stop. Or...
Oh, no, it's off. No, it's off.
Yeah, the power bank is probably...
Yeah. Plug it into an amp. But with what port, Julio?
That's too low frequency to be audio.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's too low for audio, yeah. You're ignoring the hint, the clue thing.
I give up.
Is there something to do with the way you put your fingers on the guitar?
No.
Because that's
I wouldn't do this. This is way easier. You're thinking way too complicated.
So we have two parallel lines, and we have some waveform which isn't the same.
Should I help you a bit?
Yeah.
I need to do this because I need my hands for this guy. Sorry.
Okay.
11.
11. Okay.
1 1.
1 1. Still.
It's not a phone dialer, is it?
Brilliant! There's so many good ideas coming out of this.
What these other guys
I
saying?
mean, please look at the label.
UFO warning.
Look at the labeling of the pins, please.
Yeah. I don't see 11.
No, that's just not a clock.
The 11.
The 11 could be a thing, right?
Yeah.
You maybe want to measure this.
D11.
Okie dokie. Let's measure the 11.
Oh, sorry, camera breaks.
Where's 11 over here? Nothing there. Or, oh, there is a burst of something.
Oh!
Huh.
That's much high frequency.
Yeah.
That's way higher, right?
How do we change the time base?
Right there, F2, F3. There we go. 50 milliseconds, 20 milliseconds, 5 milliseconds.
That's much higher frequency. Oh!
That's in the megahertz range, almost. No, it's not.
Well,
There.
James, yes, we know it's a nano. Yep.
Oh, okay. There we have. But still,
So look at this. This is variable frequencies.
It's not a one of them sweep up things. It's
I don't know.
a sweep tone.
What would you think? What should we do with the signal? What should we do with the signal?
connected to.
Stick it into a speaker.
Yeah. He has one on hand, so that's.
On pin 11.
He's probably planned this out.
It's a fart box.
No.
That would be good, though.
So pin 11.
Yeah. There, and pin 11 is the second one from the top. Yeah.
Press reset. Press the power.
R2D2.
This is R2D2!
Yeah, and no way you're going to guess that from the waveform.
It's R2D2.
Yep, it's R2D2 and an Arduino.
And 11 is the output pin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never guess that. The 11 was not a big clue, though.
It was not a big clue.
Come on, I could have left to run through all the pins.
Yeah, true. The sound is pretty good.
Detlef, you are a very strange man.
I was waiting for that. Detlef finds joy in small things. That's good.
Come on, I was looking for
It sounds good.
a web page that does R2D2 sounds.
Yeah.
and I couldn't find one. Maybe this should be something we should program. But I stumbled across a GitHub repro where the Arduino, where they.
Is there any demand for a web page that does R2D2 stuff?
Obviously not.
No.
I was guessing that's why the page doesn't exist.
But I love the idea. Yeah. Yeah.
It is cool.
I feel stupid, and why?
No, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
We
and
weren't
I
getting
saw
that
this, and it was bleeping away on my desk, and I thought, this is perfect, because none of the two knew about this.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No,
And,
no.
and I thought, this is a perfect idea for something like here. Yeah.
Let's put away the inertia that crashes.
Carlos broke the veneers.
Yeah. First try.
I unbroke it.
I am actually really good at breaking stuff that never breaks. So
Let's see.
That is a Mario game. Yeah, well, I would call it more R2D2, yeah. Explain 11. Pin 11. UK Super Rascal. This is on D11. The output is on D11.
yeah, the digital output 11.
Yeah. And I could have leave the guys probing around all the pins, but I wanted to have something like...
But the LED light was not synced. Oh yeah, right.
Yes, it was. Every time it outputs a tone, it...
Also, it makes the blinky thing.
It makes the blinky thing.
Yeah, for the eye on
yeah.
R2D2. Okay. So it can actually be inputted into a robot. And
Yeah, of course, if you want to.
there is a mini R2D2 they sell. That's crap. You can upgrade it to one of those.
There you go.
There's a use for the completely useless thing.
So this was a new idea for the live stream. I thought, okay, come on, I'll try this.
Yeah, sure. That works.
I'm speechless.
I'm totally prepared for a revenge of the.
Oh yeah. Already planning it.
Connect to speaker.
We're going to make.
So you can have your Arduino back now.
Oh yes, okay. I need that for a project actually.
What do you think of the idea of making a Louis Rossmann stream?
A Louis Rossmann screen?
In our stream, where we try to repair a used sex toy. he did that for the right to repair. There was apparently they had a cock ring thingy with a subscription on it. And he got so pissed off, he did a repair stream, and it didn't work anymore. So liquid damage, obviously.
Now I need a beer.
I need a beer. Shall we see if that works?
EVGA.
Oh!
I bought this at the car boot sale.
Oh yeah, mine is dying. I need to buy a new power supply.
I actually paid. Better show this. I actually paid €10 for this.
Are you kidding
I
me?
give you the overhead.
Seriously.
Overhead is on.
I paid €10 for it.
That's great. I give you 20. If it works.
We don't know if it works yet.
If it works, I give you 20. you make some money. My PSU by 1,000.
No, there's the power leads I need for the other project.
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
My 1200 watts power supply is dying, and it turns off.
If it
randomly.
doesn't work, well, I can steal a cable.
So this is
an
a
EVGA.
This is an EVGA 1000 watt
That's not bad.
GQ 1000 GQ.
Yeah. So and it's gold rated, so it's 80%.
And it's got some corrosion.
Yep, but
This is
that's not indicative of the failure. But how do you get that much corrosion here?
It's a good area.
Yeah, but does he play games at sea? This is quite a lot of corrosion. Even the galvanization on the aluminium parts is actually starting to corrode.
Yeah, Greg, I know that. Don't worry.
Yeah, but it's a nice supply if it works.
Well, it was €10. So
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. Even the parts inside are working.
probably. So I think we need the current limiter with this one.
Yeah, it's a power supply.
So,
We don't want to kill the stream on purpose.
so
That's for sure.
one current limiter.
Yep, thanks. I need one.
You need
Oh,
two.
or two of them. Yeah, one for the current limiter and one for the PSU.
Yep.
I like your PSU tester, that's for sure. I need one of these.
Sorry?
I need one of these.
Yeah. I think you watched my video how to modify it as well.
Yeah, I saw the video. That one I saw.
So, let's switch this off.
Yeah, this is off as well.
Now then, that goes into there.
And this one goes back here.
And then you set this to limit. You see the button?
Yep.
Limit. This is the power coming in.
Yeah, I have something similar built at home.
Okay.
Not exactly the same, but you have 2 bulbs, I only have 1.
Yeah, there's 2 bulbs on it, which is 150 watts. So you switch the power on here.
Yep.
And then you switch the power on there.
Yep. And over here.
Okay, switch that one on.
Yeah.
Can the guys all see this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went dim. It came on dim and went out.
Yeah. So
It's now off, so there's power going into it.
yeah,
And what's the
Switched on.
it's switched on.
What's it switched on? What's it say?
L.
Hello.
5 volts.
Okay, so it's saying that 5-volt standby is up,
Yeah, but nothing else.
but all the rest of the rails are low.
So that means it doesn't turn on properly.
Yes, so only standby is up.
Could it be the switch back here? Because the standby will always be on, right? Even if the switch is on.
Sorry?
The switch, it doesn't.
I've switched the power off now.
Yeah. But still
So
goes.
this will take a while to go off.
Yeah, because of the caps. Yeah.
So what this is telling me is it's saying standby is up,
But nothing else.
but nothing else. So I modified this. So these testers, when you buy these things, guys, if you've not seen my very old video, when you buy them, the tester is powered from the 12-volt output of the power supply. So if the 12 volts isn't there, but everything else is there, then this won't work. And I actually had a power supply with a faulty 12-volt output that was running, and I made a whole video, couldn't figure out what's wrong with this power supply. Can't find anything wrong, but it's not running. It was running, it's just the 12 volts wasn't working. So I modified this, and I modified it so that no matter what voltage rail is up, whether it's 5-volt standby, 3.3, 5 or 12,
kicks on.
as long as something is up, this will come on. And this came on because the 5-volt standby was on. So it is faulty. It's not got a short or anything, it's simply...
It has an eco mode button. Huh. I have never seen that.
Eco mode here. Yeah, so that's a repair video, guys. That'll go on my channel. Let's see if we can fix that one.
Okay.
Then it goes to my place if it works.
I may have a use for this actually if it works.
Yeah, I know it works. I need to go buy myself a new one. My 3090 eats like 400 watts, so I need a beefy power supply.
Yeah. So that's a repair. But I paid €10 for
With
it.
all the cables.
With all the cables.
And the power lead is always.
Oh, it comes with a power lead as well.
Yeah, so not bad.
So okay.
Good deal.
Yeah, no, I would agree there.
I think it's probably repairable.
Yeah, what could be wrong? Right now,
Anything.
when all the rails are gone, it could be anything.
The main power supply isn't starting. That's what's wrong with it.
Yeah.
The main power supply, the standby is coming on, but the main supply isn't starting. On the day I bought this, another guy had one, didn't he, on another store, exactly the same. Same as this one.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't go below €15, and I told him no.
We are cheap.
And we got one for 10.
Oh yeah, I bought a Roland.
Another keyboard.
Cube. Micro cube? Yeah, micro cube. Mini cube? Can't remember. They're a lamp of anyways. And it's battery powered, yes, so I don't need to modify this thing. And it normally goes for 75 to 80 euros. And I got it for 30.
Nice.
Yes.
That's a good deal.
Yep.
And it works.
And it works.
I fell asleep at 10 in the morning today because of the pain in the back, so I didn't go.
You have no use for the guitar amplifier.
No, I usually go and scrounge for video games.
Okay.
But they've been really stingy with video games last few times. Either they want way too much or they don't have anything. Pretty much. The last time there was a fake Mega Drive game. These are plentiful. There are a lot of them because they are fake, pretty much. And they wanted 124. I can go buy 100 of those on eBay for that money. So they are not worth anything. Fake games usually are not worth anything. as long as it's not a very known fake game.
Wasn't there talk about beer?
Beer?
Yes.
Just asking.
No.
Can I just excuse myself for 2 minutes? I just need to go to the little boy's room.
Yeah, he has to powder his nose.
And while you get this, I mean, shall we get the other thing that goes with that? Just going to talk about this.
Yeah, then you need to be back for this.
Okay, just 2 minutes, guys.
Yeah. We'll wait. We'll entertain our...
I'll take the keys just in case.
Keys is a good idea.
Yeah, there's screaming kids in the background as well, if you don't hear them.
This is not somebody torturing kids.
No,
We're pretty sure with that.
It's not
Mostly.
us. It's not us this time. Richard did not go out.
Nonsense, but let's make a video about repairing the power supply. Yes, this is what Richard's going to do. Yes.
And I like his PSU repairs because they're always different for some reason. There's not the same fault ever.
Well, it's a complex system.
Yeah,
complex
it
systems
is.
To
High
different
frequency
faults,
and everything can fail pretty much on that system.
Yeah. So yeah, this is my biggest grief because you only can tell this fault, and there could be a gazillion others. So
usually
you need to develop the instincts there to look for what
I have tried to fix power supplies before, and I gave up because I got it somewhat to work, but still it crashes under load or whatever. Mine now works until I hit 400 watts. It's a 1200 watt supply.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just turns off the computer, and I don't know why. And it's quite new as well. It's at least it's a year and a half old, so it's not old. It's a good supply. It's a gold plus.
Maybe it's rusty like the one we just.
Yeah, no, I opened it up and cleaned it out. So there's not a speck of dust in it even. And no components are getting hot either. So that's I'm suspecting bad caps or a bad transistor somewhere. But I don't have the means to find the fault. Maybe I'll give it to Richard. Another video for him.
That would work, yeah. That probably would work, yeah.
But I need to buy a replacement power supply because I'm programming a few AI tools at home. I need to train it, and I need my graphics card working.
Dutch says not better than a Seasonic for PC PSUs. I have no idea what you're choosing.
Seasonic, no, I bought a unit one. It's not a known brand, but it's gold rated, so and it has the real.
They've removed all the children.
Oh, thanks.
I had a really good plan.
Did they hang them upside down or something?
But you probably know these.
Yeah, they'd be quiet.
Okay.
Okay.
The star is back.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. Noise is now. Beers.
Yes, please.
Beers.
Tropical or San Miguel?
Tropical, por favor.
Seasonic is a really good brand, by the way, of PSUs. Really, really good. I would go with Corsair or Seasonic if you have buttloads of money. That's pretty much it.
Vale.
Gracias, señor.
Would you be interested in fixing my power supply? It's a
of course.
1200 watt.
Maybe I'll have more luck than what I tried about 3 years ago that blew up on the bench.
Yeah.
Tropical.
Yeah. Mine just turns off randomly when it reaches 400 watts. Pretty much.
Oh.
A drop. So,
that's a really difficult sort of thing to repair.
Yeah, I know. That's why I gave up on fixing it myself.
That is not easy to repair.
No.
Salute.
It's probably something to do with one of the components that's failing on the road.
Salute.
Salute.
Yeah.
Oh,
salute.
Salute.
Red Bull.
Open the box. So Detlef is responsible for this one.
Okay.
Yep. One of these days, I thought, okay, this would be done with all the YouTube things, but Elecro actually contacted me. Elecro, if you don't know them, they're building modules in general, and they're pretty good with that because they're doing this themselves. This is not something cloning stuff, but they're building stuff themselves. And they contacted me about, do you want to do something with displays? And I thought, well, there's a project coming up with Richard.
Which I have here, one moment.
Oh, this is nice quality. Damn. Yeah.
We haven't looked in there, so you're the first one who takes them out.
This is really nice quality. Feels really solid. So.
GPIOs.
Yep.
And I think the back plate will come off, I think.
Yes.
Oh, screws.
Yeah. So, yep. You are right about that. It has 2 buttons on the side and a rocker. So, it can send information. So this is a system pretty much already.
There's an ESP32 somewhere in there.
Ta-da!
Was my guess. Okay. Is this one of the things I can kill?
No.
Oh, I already did.
This is the
Did you label it correctly this time?
yeah, this is the automated Arduino controlled fake MOSFET detector.
Oh yeah.
So this was designed by one of you guys out there. Something Phoenix, I seem to remember.
Thomas.
If you're around, so Thomas who designed this. This is the prototype of an automated fake MOSFET detector. This will allow us to do clever things like putting very short pulses into the MOSFET and measuring RDS on and such like. And we discussed this, working on this further, and we figured out that with an external supply like an ATX we can actually control from this, because ATX has a start pin and we can get lots and lots of amps out of an ATX, that we could probably use some of these resistors, have an active load we can control from the Arduino, and we can effectively send pulse and try to various different currents.
Okay.
And then I said, oh well, maybe we can plot the results of that.
Oh, they're off the screen.
And they're off the screen. So what we're going to try to make here is a fairly cheap device that will actually plot the response of it.
I wouldn't say this display is cheap. This is a okay. So
how much was this?
For Anne, this is a e-paper display, and it's not a touchscreen. This one.
Yeah.
The other one is a touchscreen, though.
This is about 24 euros for each of them. So
24 euros for each.
That's not bad.
yeah, this is what I thought. And look at this, 800 by 480 RGB GFT touch.
Yeah. And then it's touch.
Yeah, open
the
it
other
up.
one, yeah. Then the other one is e-paper display, but those are handy as well because they don't draw a lot of power at all. Oh,
Well,
cables.
Cables.
That's always nice because otherwise you have to order. Ooh, this is chunky.
can we see it's on the screen bit?
Yeah. So let's.
So this is a 720 by something.
800 by 480.
800 by 480. So obviously not using the little Arduino, using what, ESP32
This
type
uses an
processor?
Arduino, an ESP.
Yeah, they use ESPs because of the speed to draw the screen.
Yeah.
Battery terminals, reset and boot, that's fine. That's needed for the ESP. UART, GPIO. So it is a ESP you can program.
Yes. This is where it was going, because I can do all the brain works I can do in these,
and just
because
export or send out the signals you need.
Yeah.
Huh. And really nice touch, USB-C.
Yes.
Yeah. I hate when they go GPIOs over here.
Yes.
So this is a very compact ESP with a screen, pretty much.
Yeah, and it's all on board already, so you don't need to design the thing. You just grab the I/O lines and go for what's the rest to control.
So effectively that would control this instead of the Arduino on here.
Yeah.
So that's the idea, guys, is saying to use ATX power supplies because they're cheap and easily available. You can switch them on and off using the green enable start line. You have a standby already which will power this, the 5-volt standby. And so effectively that's what we're going to try and make, is a very sophisticated automated MOSFET tester.
And this is really easy to program a GUI for as well, because it's touchscreen. You can just push buttons and get nice.
That thing
nice
is
graphics.
ginormous, really.
It is.
Just beer can aside. So
here.
sorry.
So it's quite big. My hands are smallish, I guess, compared to these two guys. But it is quite comfortable to hold, actually. Yeah, you have.
We're about the same. We're about even.
Yeah.
We probably need to when this is done, you will probably need you for making a 3D case or something.
Yeah, sure. I can do that.
Well, so what you guys are, great idea.
Visa mounts.
Only Seasonic plus 300 what I had startup app failed. Okay, fine, it was fine. It likes the display. So that's the idea. What we're actually trying to produce here is something which doesn't exist, not unless you're spending thousands and thousands.
Yeah, exactly. Because these very specific niche devices for industry and stuff, they are super expensive.
Yeah. But this thing could come in less than 100.
Yeah, easily.
Easily. That's what you're thinking. Say doing various things.
And you
like,
can actually make it a lot more compact than that.
Oh yeah, this is the prototype. So this is the prototype that Thomas made. Thomas has always
And I
already
like
now.
the traces he used, like hand drawn.
No, he used Fritzing apparently.
Yeah, because look at these traces. They look like the hand drawn old.
They do, don't they?
Old-timey ones.
Yeah.
He did this by hand in the EDA software.
He's not
drawing
using
them.
No, he's not used EDA. He used Fritzing. Is that right?
Fritzing is right. Yeah.
Fritzing. He used Fritzing to design this.
Yeah.
I thought this was only a simulator, but obviously you can't do PCBs with that.
Yeah.
Really?
So
yeah, look at this. Yeah, I don't know. This is I'd say he used PC Spice for the rest of the simulation, but well, I thought when I saw this, okay,
I'm familiar with
you never
LT
saw
Spice.
something like that.
yeah.
Not PC Spice. I'm not familiar with. With LT Spice, yes.
Christian says, I'm really for a microcontroller tester. I think I was the first one to mention it.
Yeah.
A microcontroller tester?
It means microcontrol powered tester.
Oh, okay.
So in fact, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah. So this is where we were. So on Wednesday, Det and myself make a video with this one. This does work, and it actually runs. We'll show you this on Wednesday. We'll make a video with this, and then once we've done that, then we're going to go into what we want to do with it. As I say, it's basically active load controlled by the ESP. External ATX power supply, so we can stick 20 amps with these things if we want. So effectively that controller can set the active load to whatever we want. We can pulse the ATX, it will give us the power. That's the idea. And the other one's an e-paper. What's this display?
So this is black and white e-paper display, according to the specs here.
Yeah, it's black and white.
Yeah. So, but this draws nothing. When it's not drawing to the screen, it draws practically
Nothing.
power
Yeah.
at all.
Well, this is the normal thing you hear when you hear e-papers.
But this has a ESP built in to drive it, so it's always going to be on standby, I'm guessing.
No. This is not where I'm going with that. Because normally people say, okay, it draws nothing and stuff. Yeah, this is fine. You got one big downside with that. It's slow.
Yeah, it's really slow.
It's really slow, but I can take this out into the sun right now and I can read
see
it.
Yeah.
With this one, not so much.
Yeah, I know.
That's probably something we want to do on camera when we got both of them working, get out in the sun and do
And
this.
show that exactly.
Do they have custom libraries or do they use...
I haven't looked at this. You're the first one to open this up and...
it has a SD card slot.
Yeah, both of them have.
And it has extra buttons here for some reason.
Yeah.
It has 2 buttons here. But it's good. Extra buttons is always good because you can program them.
Yeah.
These were actually
Battery.
proposed for something like if you got a big a hotel and you want to have some door signs and you can do this all.
Yeah, they use something similar for the tags on the shopping center. They reprogram them. They just go close to them.
Yeah.
You can reprogram them and being an asshole if you want to.
Dutch says, so then I prefer the TFT display. Why Dutch? What's your reason? Color or resolution or size?
It depends on if you want fluid motion on the screen or not.
I'm guessing with an ESP32 I won't get fluid motion.
The idea is effectively to run a sequence of tests rapidly with different pulse widths.
Yeah, this is
and different loads, and then this will plot a graph.
It depends on the ESP.
Plotting the graph is slow.
Yeah, but it'll run the test and that'll plot. Then most of the results will just plot the graph.
Size for bad eyes. Dutch, absolutely.
Okay, yeah, very, very good point. That's for sure. This is really clear though. The black on this is pretty much perfect contrast.
These are the things you find in ebook readers. If
exactly.
Yes, it is.
This is what
and it doesn't have a. It does have some kind of backlight, I'm guessing, but it doesn't need one.
It doesn't need one. No, this is perfectly visible. It doesn't need a backlight.
Yeah. There are some of them that do have backlights for night reading, but normally this has less strain on the eyes than the TFT.
Yeah, true.
Do we know how fast the processor is on this screen?
If it's a ESP32, it's 240 megahertz.
240 megahertz. So
but there are higher rated ESPs.
And do we know how many general purpose I/O?
I wouldn't run this with ESP32 240 megahertz.
Oh, this is that.
I would go for the higher rated ones because the screen is too big.
I don't know.
And if it does touch as well, it has
I don't know.
grid.
I don't know.
We're not intending to play video on this. We intend to have a start. We're not going to watch films on it.
Make a video game console with two Snap-on.
Can it run Doom?
Yeah, okay, but no, that is not the intention.
At 1 FPS maybe.
But the main thing, guys, you can take from this is the project is very much alive, and we are working on it. We have some good ideas.
Make it compatible with both displays. The user have a choice. Dutch Linux, FU. I'm going to write this once and not twice.
Yeah, no,
definitely not twice.
You know what? If the library is interchangeable, you just need to change the link.
I'm going to write this once. If you want to join in, you
maybe. Okay. If you give me the base code, I can convert it to the e-paper if you want.
Okay.
Well, we use both. Back in the university, we used these e-papers for outside units that we needed to use in the sun, because we were developing. First things we developed was a little OLED displays. Richard on the other thing. Then we went out into the sun and nobody could read anything anymore.
There is something Carlos could bring into this project.
Okay.
So I suggested to Detlef.
Try to break it.
Well, if this thing, so effectively when the thing's built, it'll be on the back will be an ATX connector. That's what will power the whole thing up.
Yeah. Okay.
Obviously, it will be bulky because we'll have an active load which will need cooling. But we're only sticking like 10, 20 amps in for very short periods of time, so it should be okay. But I said to Deb, well, if this thing can like effectively plot the responses from the MOSFET, could it effectively also go onto the internet, look up the datasheet with AI and find out what the RDS is supposed to be for this MOSFET?
The ESP is not powerful enough.
And then report back and say it's in or out of spec.
I've already experimented with the ESPs and they can't run LLMs.
Okay, no, I didn't mean that. I mean, could it effectively kind of query the internet and find out whether our results are within what the datasheet says?
No, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But it needs to know what datasheet we will look for.
Yeah, so you'd have to type in the model of the MOSFET, hit test, it'll run the test, give you all the results, and then say this is within or without spec.
So then I would recommend to use a Raspberry Pi Pico instead of Pico 2, which has a lot more power.
I don't care. I have these now, and
No.
We're going to do this.
If anybody wants to join in, it's
I mean, when I suggest
for Richard's suggestion, it would be more beneficial to have more power.
Yeah.
And please remember, I have a life.
Yeah.
So I'm not spending 3 months of my life with this stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff I never use. You know, currently I'm more into beta RAMs or playing guitar.
I think Detlef fairly said, Richard, you were full of crazy ideas that you expect other people to do.
Yeah,
this was the top and bottom of it.
Pretty accurate.
So guys, that's what's going on. So on Wednesday we'll have a review video of the prototype one. You'll see it working. That's
that one, yeah.
That thing Wednesday you'll see it working. And thank you very much to Thomas for your input on this project, by the way. Without Thomas, this wouldn't have happened.
Probably not, no. Because I'm too lazy. Thanks to Elecro.
Yeah.
Thanks to Elecro for sending us these displays.
Really supportive there.
And the price on these things are actually really reasonable.
Yeah, really
ASP costs you 10 euros, pretty much. So the screen is practically free.
That says maybe easy to read one of the ROM of those component tested and uses information fed into your...
Yeah.
But I hear you want to be into the project. There you go, my friend.
We can make a GitHub repository and we can all send pull requests. Yeah, I can make one. I have like 7 GitHub repositories already with AI, so why not?
Okay. So that one. So we have another 25 minutes. What else can we play with? Questions
from the viewers. Why not?
Yeah, let's do some questions while we figure out what else we can do.
But look around here and find something interesting.
We don't have anything to blow up at the moment, do we?
I don't think so.
Is there anything in the...
Yeah, sorry, no blow up.
Anything in the crap box? Or
I saw...
No.
I saw an interesting video from StyroPyro I want to replicate. Do you know who that is?
What?
StyroPyro.
I was looking around. I don't know.
He's a crazy YouTuber that does really dangerous stuff normally.
Well, he sets fire to things, pyro.
Yeah, pretty much. He made a megawatt microwave gun, for example.
Okay. Okay.
Megawatt, yeah.
So
You heard right.
But what did he power it with?
People too much time on that.
And 250 watt laser handheld gun. I saw the modules he used, and you can buy smaller ones that columnate. I was thinking of beefing up the laser Richard has lying around. He has a small laser right there. The
20 watt.
Yeah, this is the X Tool Pro.
It's got a broken sensor on.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, that's
No,
easy enough to
completely
fix.
off.
Yeah,
That thing.
that's easy enough to
This
fix.
is a frame at
So
least.
I was thinking, laser modules are super expensive, especially when you get to the 100 watt
Yeah, this
range.
is a 20 watt.
Yeah. So, but the one Styro Pyro used cost about $70 or so, and it shoots out 8 beams of laser, and then you have to columnate it with.
Yeah, you converge them.
Yeah. So the cooling that thing needs is brutal. But he used water cooling in the video to cool it down. But if you use lower power, he was actually overdriving the circuit. But you can buy smaller modules, and we can actually get that to 70 watts on the laser, and you can cut metals with it. He actually was able to fracture diamonds with that laser. Yeah, it's insane because you shouldn't be able to because it's transparent.
I have no idea what this guy is talking about.
No, me neither.
Go watch the video. It's a nice watch. Styro Pyro on YouTube. I actually thoroughly enjoyed it because it's so damn crazy. But it would be nice
Whoa.
to upgrade. Oh, okay.
Oh, this is you when you touch the thing. Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing, yeah.
Some,
Does it blank out for everybody else or just blank out for us?
no, I think it blanks out only for us.
Yeah, no, but the video is a nice watch if you haven't seen it.
Ah.
And making a laser module that costs literally 20 times less could be an interesting build.
Okay.
I'm actually thinking of doing it to my 10 watt laser at home. I'm going to burn through my table, obviously.
Did anybody see the video I was making with this, trying to repair it for Detlef? I think this is unrepairable. Does anybody?
Really?
Yeah.
Unrepairable.
I think the processor is faulty.
Processor? I'm
Or,
guessing
or the
it's something
firmware in the
like,
processor. Remember, this is the one that communicates with I2C to the front panel. And it's communicating with it, but it's not doing anything, nothing's lighting up. Oh, in the back like this. Did anybody see the video? I mean, there's some comments, but nobody seems to come up with any particular way we can fix this one.
What CPU does it have? Or
It's a common, it's
oh, Jesus.
something 5.8.
Yeah, I was going to ask you for that. Okay.
Okay, we try to creep in there.
Yeah, I'm trying to get an angle where it shows up the text.
We could use a microscope.
Yeah, let's go for that. Let's go for that because I can't see shit.
Because microscope.
Yeah, we all are owners of microscope. I have 2 at home. Richard has like 4 of them.
I gave you a
Which
man.
Yeah.
can you switch to the microscope?
I
view
can,
in the
one
browser?
moment.
Yeah, I place this.
Yeah.
In the middle.
I just don't think this is
There you
actually repairable.
Okay.
Motorola, okay.
MC58HC90 something or other. 8.
Chris says it's a MC68HC.
MC68HC908.
Is this a 68,000? 6800?
Yeah, it's the same.
It's
as
an 8-bit micro.
It's the same as my Victory X.
It's an 8-bit microcontroller. MC68. Where's the torch?
Yeah, it's over here.
You'll probably light up better with that.
It's always a capacitor, says Thomas.
Yeah,
It's always a capacitor. Yeah, but Richard is smart enough to actually use the thermal camera, I'm guessing.
I did.
Hold on the button.
Can we get the light on the damn thing? Oh, the magnet's on, it's stuck to the
Yeah, I had the same problem when I was doing that.
No, I lost it all together.
To the front.
Are you sure the display is functioning? Yeah, that's a different problem. Yeah?
This is a different problem. So we know that the controller for the display gets...
Let me do this. Okay, there we go.
Chris, I thought
no.
the same. The unpopulated connectors are probably programming, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I found a high-res photo of one of these, and there's nothing connected to those connectors.
No, but it's the programming connectors pretty much. So what could that be? ESP, SPI, or SQC, or
There's an easier way.
Programming the same.
or UART or JTAG. How many pins are there?
There's an easier way of doing this. Just go to my video and look up the data sheet that I found.
Oh yeah.
This is probably it's this.
If you found the data sheet,
I did.
that would be a lot easier.
It's this one. So
where are the unpopulated thingies?
It's this thing, NXP. What tells you at the top of what that processor is? That thing.
Yeah.
MC68HC908.
Yeah. Normal 6800.
Yeah. If we go back up to the overhead camera again.
One have the overhead. Okay.
Yeah. So all I can say what happens with this when you power it up. If you look on the LCD display controller, so that controls the LCD.
Yeah.
Which the backlight lights up, but there's no data, that nothing comes on it, no writing. Yeah. This has I2C, and on the SDA and SCL, when you first power up for a second, you get a huge burst of data on the SCL and SDA, and that must be coming from the microcontroller.
Yeah.
And then this doesn't do anything. There's nothing appears on it. It's like it's not being whatever the data isn't meant for this chip, or it's garbage or something. And then the other thing on the front panel, this is a VU meter. Yeah. That is controlled completely independently by these LM3914s, and they don't light up either.
Okay.
So like the process is doing something. There's a load of there's a load of activity on I2C coming to this, but nothing happens.
So it's sending some data to this, but
it's sending,
not turning on.
Okay, say sending data to this. Remember, I2C buzz will go to every device on here, which is I2C.
Maybe it's trying to turn on something else before turning on the display, it's failing.
Don't know.
What does it have on?
Power supply rails are up.
Does it have
crystals running?
A ROM chip?
No, it's flash memory built into the processor.
Okay. Yeah, that makes it harder to see it read.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you could see the ROM requests.
I'm probably with you with the unrepairable thing. Yeah.
Unrepairable, I think. All I can say is the processor's doing something. There's a load of activity on I2C for a second.
You're probably right on the money.
And then nothing.
You're right on the money with the flash is probably corrupted.
Yeah, and as X-Man that just says, I had one light up with info, the only thing that hangs when you turn on the mic on the green LEDs. Yeah, but because you need the screen. If you have a mic that wasn't connected here and you want to connect a new mic, the screen must be on, because you can't connect the mic or the other way around.
Yeah.
And so there must be something on the screen, even if there's no mic connected. The meters on the side here.
VU meters.
VU meters. This is a different story, because they probably only do something when there's a mic connected.
I disagree, because if you look on the VU meters here, you have VU meters, and then this digit AB. This shows you which mic is active. I think they should light up.
I think this is AB is probably for
diversity. This is RF.
Yeah, and this is signal strength. Yeah.
Transmit audio.
No, transmit audio. Okay.
But nothing lights up. I'm sure something should light up.
Well, I'm guessing this will only light up when the mic is connected.
I think you'll get some sort of noise signal in there to the light.
No, not necessarily.
It depends on the filtering and stuff.
Possible.
Yeah. No, I'm with that left there, but still, if the internal flash is broken, you need to copy it pretty much from another working one, and good luck with that.
Yeah, and the ribbon, by the way, is
Manticore says
the ribbon's okay, by the way.
Manticore says I watched 3 videos about this receivers. Every time the fault was shorted electrolytics. Okay.
Yeah, I saw the videos also, but the power rails are up on this. So there's 3 power rails. There's plus 12, plus 10, and plus 5, and they're all up. So on the chip here, this has a plus 5 supply. The supply's there. The data says it's plus 5. This is plus 5. The supply rails are up. I saw the video as well. This whole section here is power supplies. There's 2 voltage regulators, and it even tells you 12 and 10. They marked there's test points on here. And then this one on pin 3, which comes here, is 5, and they're all up. It's drawing 200 milliamps. It's not drawing a lot of power.
Oh, it has one of those flat electrolytics. God damn it.
I mean, I agree with you guys. There could be a short to the electrolytic somewhere.
Yeah, these are notorious for failing. Which
those tantalum.
Yeah, no, those are not tantalum.
Are they? I think they're tantalum capacitors.
Okay, if they're tantalum, it's fine because the Game Gear has these types, but they are electrolytic. They look like tantalums, but they are electrolytic.
I'm sure those black things are tantalum.
They destroy the boards pretty much from underneath. You don't see them leak, but they destroy everything else around them. I
agree, guys. It could be a capacitor. It could be anything. Nothing's getting hot.
No,
I mean, this obviously gets to 40 degrees or something because the regulators are all running.
The CPUs are quite sensitive to noise, I guess. You could check the noise level of the power input.
Didn't look at that. It does have power.
Because you could get a kernel panic or a CPU panic when it gets high voltage spikes.
But surely the fact I get a big burst of SDA and SCL on the I2C tells me that is running.
Yeah,
it tells me that is doing something.
Yeah, maybe it's running a bit and then it shuts off.
Oh, Chris says you should get a status display by holding the mode button when you switch it on.
Oh,
fine, let's do it.
That's a good idea.
Thanks, mate.
Yep, that's.
Let's do it. So we plug this into here.
Yep, that's a good idea. Thank you, Chris.
Which is the mode button?
Let's see. Mode is the top one.
That one.
Remember? Oh yeah, it's upside down.
No. This goes this way round.
Yeah, so that one.
This is mode.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get a power supply. We got a power supply.
We have a test to do.
Let's do it. So you need to set the power supply to
every time.
So you need to set this about 15 volts, anywhere from 12 to 16. It says.
Yeah, 12. Let's go.
I use 16. 12 to 18. It says.
I'll put 15.
15.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay, plug this in. Power. It's a little bit dodgy. You have to hold it to one side, so it's the wrong connector.
Yeah. I know that.
You've got
2 watts.
2 watts. Okay. Right. Hold the mode button. So if you hold the mode button in, I'll switch this off. Hold the button in. Yeah. Power it on. It's drawing 130 milliamps, which is less than it was drawing when I tried. It was a power button. It's switched on.
Yeah, that's switched on.
Yeah, that goes to 0, back to 130.
Okay, let's. It is drawing the voltage, so I don't need to.
You can show the guys the power supply.
I was in charge.
Yeah, so it's drawing 2 watts of power.
There's nothing happening with the screen, but no backlight either.
Oh, I had the backlight on.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Maybe.
Oh, hang on, there's something not plugged in.
Did you connect the ribbon cable the wrong way around?
Oh, that's why it's drawing 130 milliamps and not drawing. Yeah, one side's kind of like taped off. This goes this way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right, yeah, actually, at one point I had this not plugged in and I was getting 130 milliamps.
Wasn't me this time.
And when I plugged it in, you should get 200 milliamps. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Hold the mode button in.
It is.
It's not.
Yeah, okay. I will hold it in.
And we should get 200 milliamps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No?
No, 2 watts still. Same.
Same.
Did you plug it in backwards on this side? No.
It must be the right way around.
Okay. It does react to the power button, so.
Okay, something's different because I was getting
maybe
200.
We're fried to display now completely.
No, you couldn't provide a display because if you look at the connector.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Oh, I might.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
One side is kind of like.
It's completely taped off if it puts it in backwards. No, that's not the right way around, Rich.
Why not? Look.
The connectors are on that side.
This goes here.
Yeah, but the connectors are on the. Look where the connectors.
How can you possibly? Oh, see, you see the leads plugged in the wrong way around.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the
technical stuff.
The connector goes here.
Okay. It's one of these days.
It's one of those days.
This one goes here. Okay, give me a second. You can see where the connector goes.
Okay, fine.
And
that would be a glorious fix.
So the backlight should come on now.
Yeah. Okay.
And we should have 200 milliamps. Ready?
There. Yeah. Yep, it did.
It does 200 milliamps, well 190.
And I holding
the mode button in. Doesn't do anything.
No. Let's try this.
Yeah, I would just go. Let's go for the same.
Stupid factory reset procedures. Oh! I have a blinking light.
Where?
Right there.
Oh, it's got a blinking light down there. Can we just get into the... There.
Fuck me.
Fuck me, it's done something.
Yay! It's on 3 watts now.
Oh, it's drawing more power, so you're going to keep it held in.
Yeah, and if I let it go, oh no, it stays there.
So something's happened.
Okay, CPU isn't dead.
Well, I knew it wasn't dead because I could see all the activity on the...
Display dead?
No, I don't think so. It could be. Okay, so... Oh, it's worked!
What?
Wait,
It worked, we have something.
There. Yeah.
What the heck?
It's a grounding issue.
Hey?
I found the issue touching around. It's a grounding issue.
Sorry, we have something.
Yeah, there. I found the ground point.
Alright, so it's a cold solder job.
Yeah, somewhere, yeah.
Bingo.
I fixed it. Touching stuff I shouldn't.
Well,
this was the exact same experience when I did the Vectrex cartridge.
Yeah.
Do you remember when the ground was not connected? It
this could be a thing. Look at this. It tells us the battery is active and it has 2 logs. It won't show us a battery symbol until there's a mic connected.
Yeah. So I am grounding something.
So it's got... Do you want to take us home with you, Carlos, and bring it back on the next live stream and show us it's working?
No, thanks. I need to fix the Vectrex first.
No. This is.
Are we just lighting things up?
We're only lighting
by
things
random.
Up. Yeah, by random. Yeah, this isn't.
No, but if I only touched here and I got everything to light up, there, see?
No.
Okay, but you keep your finger on there.
Yeah, so this is the ground point.
Right, you touch it.
There, I'm pretty
right,
sure.
I'll switch it off. Switch it back on again. But it's not doing anything.
No, wait, the light stayed, or the display stayed on. Yeah. I'm charged up pretty much.
Yeah, this is LCD. Yeah.
So it's still not doing anything. You just lighting the display.
But we confirmed that the LCD is working.
Yeah, true. That's true. Yeah.
So that.
Well, I tested the ribbon cable.
Yeah, the ribbon is fine. I'm pretty sure, but these do not break.
No, hold on. I had 5 volts on the supply pin to here, and I was grounded to here with my meter. Oh, there's no ground on this board. Is that what you think?
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. So it looks like the grounding issue I had with the Vectrex card that does YUV to RGB. You remember when I left the lead floating, it worked.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is...
So the LCD is okay at least. Yeah, I agree.
So I'm really statically charged. Damn. I can't turn it on without
it switched off.
It is switched
off. Power
off.
going into it, just switched off.
Yeah. Okay, so backlight. Okay, so this was mode. Okay, let's try it.
So
it goes to 3 watts now every time.
It goes to 3 watts every time. So switch. Okay, so
something happened.
Hold that in. No, it should go to 200 milliamps. That's what I had.
Yeah.
And then you see this light starts to flash.
It doesn't.
No, you held them both buttons at the same time.
Try both.
Yeah, that's. I want to, because if it's reacting to the button presses, something is actually alive in the CPU. Yeah, it does start blinking.
Yeah, I knew something's alive in the CPU because of the SCL and SDA.
But if the flash memory is corrupted, usually everything goes. And
yes.
So this wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, so
it would be really weird.
Try to solder a ground wire from one to another, just in case if the ground connection.
Can I just say something? The LED flashes. It must have a ground.
Yeah, true. Could it be a cold solder joint somewhere? That's the data pins on this, because this is parallel out. Right?
Okay, so what we have on this is we have SCL and SDA running, but none of the outputs. There's test points everywhere. None of the outputs do anything. You're all static. Okay.
So it's coming in here, but it's not coming out from the controller.
Yep.
Is there a clock signal?
Well, there is a clock pin on here, but it's not soldered to anything from what I can see, unless it goes underneath that chip. And if it goes under the chip, it goes through a via.
Yeah.
The via comes out underneath this thing.
No.
So it's very difficult to say.
That would be stupid, yeah.
No, it appears to be, if there is. So clock is supposed to be on pin, is on that video I made, and I as I showed in the video, there's nothing connected to this pin.
OpenRoot, I think you gave us a link to a local file on your machine. Yeah, file AI downloads your Lex guy. We probably can't open this. No, I think it isn't socketed.
Okay, so
Is it socketed?
Yeah.
it looks like it is in the socket
Yes,
to me.
those are sockets.
But you have to unsolder the 2 power pins here.
Yeah.
Yeah, too.
The power's on there, by the way. You can measure across them. You get
I
about
see.
2 volt, 1.8 volts or something.
And I see the
was.
backlight going.
And the backlight's on.
Judge says if it's socket, maybe the dioxide on the socket could be. Well, you know what? This won't hurt, but not today anymore because it's 5 minutes to go.
Ah.
Yeah, but they have something to test now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a socket, and you can pull it out.
Yeah, I figured that you could take it out.
Actually,
Yeah,
you don't
Thomas-
even need to desolder it because the
Oh.
screen is separate from the entire backlight.
Yeah, but you'd have to remove the backlight to be able to see if there's any vias under that. from the clock.
That is true.
So you have to
But
solder it.
I mean, for
This is more for removing the thing and getting it back into the socket because
the oxygen.
the oxygen.
Okay, let's not kill it.
So switch it on.
Okay, we'll use this on screen now.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm trying
He's going
not
to shatter it. He's going to break it.
remove your
The
phone.
good thing is we don't need this for anything. This is just a purely. If it works, this is great.
Do you know which way around it goes?
Yes.
So that comes off.
like this. Yeah.
That's soldered to the board over here
Yeah,
somewhere.
exactly. That's the backlight. So this maybe is not getting the information from the pins pretty much.
Well,
Get it back in.
But
Just
from my
yeah.
scope, there is no information going into it.
simply drop it back in.
That's why there's no display.
That's why there's no display.
And that's why I could turn it on with my fingers pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yes, because they're floating.
Yeah, exactly.
Double point.
That would make
Maybe
sense.
try to connect to USB. This is actually USB.
This thing.
Carlos is trying to get the display in. Wait a
So,
second.
no, there's no USB on it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't want to bend the pins, that's why
Yeah,
I'm being careful.
This is what I was panicking about.
Okay, let me line them up again. There, okay.
Okay.
Solid pressure down on both sides.
Yes, it's back in.
Yep, it's completely in. Let's try this out.
Switch it on. 200 milliamps. Backlight, nothing else.
Yeah, and the blinking light doesn't come on until
You
you start it with the set button plugged in, pressed in.
I think it was both buttons.
I'm going to try with just the set.
Okay.
It is actually both. Huh.
You have to press both buttons to get the flash.
Yes. What are these? There's not a brightness control, right?
Nope.
just,
No.
just in case.
And why would they make a radio mat? You can turn the brightness all the way down so
Yeah,
you can't
and
see it.
now it's blinking. So I'm pretty sure the flash memory is okay. So there is something wrong with this chip then.
Well, we can change that chip. Those are very cheap.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure this is the issue.
Okay, I'll order one of these chips because they're very cheap.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Because if the information is getting here and it's correct,
SL and SDA run
yeah,
like crazy.
and the outputs are not getting.
Yep, correct. And it's got power.
The only reasonable choice is this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if we unsolder that chip, I can actually see if the clock pin does go somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Guys, I will order a chip and let's find out.
He has a game plan.
Yeah. I mean, the chip is so cheap. It's a couple of euros.
Then it's fine.
So let's just order one and see.
No, but that's a good troubleshooting. We found that it actually blinks and the
Yes.
CPU is probably alive.
Yeah, I agree. Nice one, guys.
Yeah. Swarm intelligence. Thank you.
Thank you. Try connecting to USB with what? Try connect what to USB? There's no USB on this thing.
Yeah.
They could solder some wires on it.
Yeah, you can solder some wires on, yeah.
I guess you could go serial USB connector and go for these, but
Even if there's
you
a
just use
debug out.
use the oscilloscope instead.
Yeah, this is probably something where you have to measure around if there's some sex.
Yeah.
There is a contrast control. Press mode for 2 seconds. I have to switch. Turn the knob. Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, we got just enough time to just do it. Turn this round this way. Pull the cable in, camera.
Maybe someone screwed over the contrast and just screwed it all the way down.
Okay, so what's the technique?
Hold mode button on.
Okay, camera.
It's
hold mode button in.
Yeah, and for 2 seconds.
Which is the which one?
Give me a sec because it's not turning on.
It's not on.
Oh yeah. That would explain it.
It fell out.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we have
mode button for 2 seconds. 1, 2, and then.
There's a second knob.
No, that's just the volume, that one.
Yeah.
This is the rotary encoder. You'd assume it was the rotary encoder.
Yeah, I would assume too, but.
So again, switched off. Hold the button in. 2 seconds, and I'll just turn this off. Nope.
Yeah, no.
Try this, switch it on normally, and then hold the mode button for 2 seconds.
Yeah, that was the next try.
2 seconds.
1, 2.
Turn the rotary
encoder. And nope. And nothing happening on both sides. If I get it to the blinky mode.
Okay, yeah, get to the blinky mode. Why not?
It's doing something there.
Yeah.
Yep, it's blinking. Okay.
Blinking, okay, change up.
Nah.
No.
And
that's the volume.
Yeah. No, the volume knob shouldn't control that one.
Okay.
Okay, and let's hold it for 2 seconds. Yeah.
Nice.
Still not done.
A nice thought, though. Nice thought.
Yeah, thanks, Manticore.
Yeah. No, it's good test.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no.
Okay, perfect. Then we have tried everything we can right now without the chip.
Okay, well, the chip's going to be easy to change.
Yeah. You're skilled enough to do that without destroying anything.
Absolutely.
That's for sure.
No, I have no problem changing that. Okay, guys, so yeah, we had some fun today. Very varied.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
Always fun.
It's evaporated.
Yeah.
Really?
Cheers.
Say evaporate. Empty.
Oh, way over time.
Yeah. Cheers,
guys.
Have a good one. See you in
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Hopefully I can be here.